On Friday, you go to the local swing club with Rachel. You wait in line to the dance hall, a converted YMCA basketball court, behind some women wearing snazzy polka dot skirts and men wearing vests and newsy hats, along with some younger folks, college age maybe, who are probably here for the first time, judging from the guys' t-shirts, too shabby, and the women's high heels, too impractical. About half of the snappy dressers are robots. You can tell because of the way they stand. Alright, they did specifically mention that humanoid robots are becoming more popular now.
Oh yeah.
You can tell, so that do they actually look like humans? Is Rachel a person, basically? Is she like an iRobot kind of thing?
I guess.
You can tell by the way they stand a little too straight, but someone who didn't design the balance algorithms probably wouldn't notice. You don't think any of the really young people are robots. It would be surprising, you think, for someone to spend all the money on a robot and not pay well to dress it. Or not pay to dress it well. You pay admission for you and Rachel. Robots are cheaper than humans, you notice, and enter the dance hall, which they've decorated with fake portholes and life preservers, along with a large banner that says, "Happy 100th anniversary, anything goes."
That's weird.
What is it a 100th anniversary of? Did I miss that?
I don't know.
What year is it?
Let me check.
2034.
This wouldn't be a Titanic
Is this a
themed
Titanic
dance,
thing?
would it?
Oh dear
I
God.
think it might be. Titanic. 1912.
Oh. Well, then I have no idea what that's referencing.
What is it? What is the year?
1934.
1934.
The lights are all lit up currently as two robots in the center of the hall have just started a swing dancing lesson. Slow, slow, quick, quick, says the male robot of the pair, demonstrating robots and humans in a circle around the instructors try to mirror the steps with varying degrees of success.
I'm not entirely sure why you've brought me here, Rachel whispers, or why everyone is moving like this.
Surely you've looked up swing dancing in your knowledge base before coming, you murmur.
Yes, but it's explanations of why are all circular, Rachel says. Why do people like to dance?
Alright, so we have a description options of why people like to dance. We have because it's a way of expressing joy in being alive, because there's joy in the wordless communication that two dancers share, or I imagine it developed as a socially acceptable way of assessing sexual chemistry. Those are our three options.
I like A or B.
I'd go with the first one personally.
Uh-huh. I think A
Just
is better.
a way of expressing joy in being alive.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to figure out what this date is.
What the date is.
Well, in 1934, Hitler became Führer. That was his whole rise to power. And more relevant to the current culture, the Long March of the People's Liberation Army of the Communist Party of China began.
What
That's
about
probably it.
really? What about the founding of the YMCA as an organization?
That also could be it. That would make sense. I don't know why it's boat themed, but
Why would the People's Republic of China be boat themed?
I don't know.
1844. Okay.
YMCA 18.
Any chat communication?
The YMCA is older than the People's Republic of China.
It's the Enchantment Under the Sea dance. Be good, Johnny. 2. Go with the smart 2. 2.
We didn't go with 2. Sorry.
That's what we got.
Why do people not move joyfully all the time then? Rachel asks.
You can go.
I suppose they could, you admit.
You're a girl.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Oh my god. I suppose they could, you admit. You notice Mark the reporter in the corner of the dance hall typing away. He's now a little balding and sports a beard that reminds you of Tony Ziegler from that old show your parents used to watch, The West Wing. He catches your eye and grins. How's it going, Rosie?
How's it going, Rosie?
Alright, that's Ian's voice.
Oh yeah. Well, you say, what's the story you're currently writing about?
Robot romance, he says. What do you think about all the robot couples?
Rachel leans in to attend to your answer.
Alright, our responses are, I think everybody needs to find their own path to happiness, and that may mean marrying a robot. Robots are too subservient to provide real love. A real relationship is a give and take, which obviously is going against what we're trying to pull off with Rachel. Or I think you should join us, rotate partners, and find out what it's like yourself.
C.
I'm all for making Mark uncomfortable. If that's an option. That doesn't actually answer the question in any way, but...
No, this is inviting Mark to have a threesome. I don't know. Like, oh no, this is dancing. Wait, just kidding.
Yeah, I think you're jumping the gun a bit there, Rachel.
It's not like you used the word bed twice in a sentence or anything.
Okay, yeah, no, I think C is actually a good answer because it's dancing. I think that's a good response, actually.
Yeah. All right, go with C. Mark nods.
Fair point. I'm embarrassed to not have thought of it myself.
I wasn't trying to make you feel better.
What? Show his stats. And he went up.
Dang it.
How's Rachel
We're gonna
doing?
end up with Mark 100%.
Mark is apparently your bestie right now. Like he's literally he's the most positive relationship in your life now.
I'm so glad the game finally gave up on Josh.
Someday I'll do a Josh playthrough, but I think it'll be boring. Over the course of the dance lesson, you end up being instructed to rotate partners a fair amount, dancing with both robots and humans. The flesh and blood dancers are a mixed bag. You get the impression some of them have never danced before in their lives, while others seem practiced and must come every week. You yourself danced plenty back at MIT, but that was almost 20 years ago.
That seems unlikely for us.
Yeah. We were too busy doing music algorithms. We've been over this. And you welcome the refresher. Though most of the dancers must be in their 20s, they seem like babies to you. You find it hard to believe you were their age when you learned. You certainly didn't feel young then. Are you learning the leader's part or the follower's part? Women traditionally dance the follower's part, but this has become more fluid over the years.
Leader's part. The robots you dance with tend to be female. You find that these robotic dance partners are supernaturally good at following your lead. They follow what you meant, even if it isn't what you actually did.
Wow.
Are these ours? Are these indirectly created off of our schematics?
I think they're just bots.
You take pride in the fact that these robots' ability to follow probably comes from your own innovations in robotic social understanding.
Oh, fine.
As for the robots' grace, you find that they are a pleasure to behold. All their spins and turns seem absolutely lovely, when led correctly, of course. Over the course of the lesson, you relearn the basic step, how to lead underarm and overarm turns, how to spin your partner, and the sweetheart, a move that lands your partner nestled in your arms. At the end of the lesson, you return to Rachel for the dance proper. The lights in the hall dim, and you get to the business of dancing with Rachel and Ernest. You struggle to remember all the things you learned and put them in time to the music. Inside turn, outside turn, but Rachel seems to have no trouble following and is enjoying the dance.
Ellie seemed a little jealous of our going out together tonight. Rachel says as you dance. I take it she used to feel that you did everything together and now you're spending time with me instead.
Alright, we have three options. Either be nice to Ellie, I'm sure she's feeling a little left out right now. Who wouldn't be jealous of you, or stay out of this place?
I think all three of those are a strikeout, honestly. But I think the first one is the least strikeout.
Yeah.
Who wouldn't be jealous of you? That's so sleazy. Ew.
Yeah, first one's probably the best to go with. Do we have any correspondence at the moment?
Lonely Ninja says one.
Alright.
Of course, Rachel says. But I have to ask, if you knew that, why did you choose to go out with me tonight?
Because the game made me.
That is true, that wasn't actually a choice. You find that this particular question is very difficult to answer while you're also concentrating on dancing in time and leading. Answer unclear, ask again later, you say.
What?
Magic 8-Ball reference, it's a toy from before the internet.
Oh.
For a time, the two of you just dance. There's a lot of Cole Porter tonight. What is Cole? Is that a guy?
It's another jazz thing.
Oh, okay. Night and day, then love for sale. It must be because the Anything Goes anniversary. Is this an anniversary of something called Anything Goes?
Let's find out!
Search that.
What if it took place on a boat?
Uh-oh.
Oh no!
What?
Do you want to become a couple? Rachel says suddenly. With me? Maybe I should say that better, but I've been kind of reading her as like insecure and sad.
So we have 3 responses. Either I think we are, I couldn't do that to Ellie, or no, there are good reasons we shouldn't be together.
I think number 2 is the most straightforward and honest.
Yeah.
Number
Ellie has
3 is-
literally been in a concentration camp.
Yeah.
We can't cheat on our concentration camp wife.
God.
We can't cheat on our concentration camp.
Oh, God. Are we horrible people?
That wasn't our fault! If we just paid more attention to her earlier in the game, she could have learned the language of flowers and fled to Canada!
Dang it!
We're not horrible people yet. We could become horrible people very easily at this
When
point.
do we get the option to become a Grievous-esque human-robot hybrid? Asks Ricky.
I don't know. That should be coming up at some point, right?
Anything Goes is a musical that did in fact come out in 1934.
Ah, alright. Is it boat themed?
It must be both
The
themes.
original idea for a musical set on board an ocean liner.
Alright, there we go. We figured it out.
Death Slayer says, calling it now, Rachel kills Ellie.
Oh my god.
Oh no. Alright, so that was the answer we gave.
Oh, right, of course.
You go on dancing, but Rachel seems a bit more stiff now. And I guess this is the song from
Though I'm not a great romancer, I know that you're bound to answer when I propose. Anything goes. That must be how anything goes, right?
Yeah.
The lights go up, the dancers clap, and you realize that was the last song of the night. You head home with Rachel, but say little to each other on the drive home.
Oh, awkward. She waited till the last moment. She waited till like the climactic moment of
That's
the musical.
better than doing it like all night and being like, Anyway, I think that still probably ended up alright.
Yeah.
That's never gonna happen. Like
This is a lesson you must learn, Rachel.
It's not like the third one's like, and then you outlined your 64-point plan why you wouldn't work as a couple, and Rachel says, "Wow, that makes so much sense. I'm happy we're not a couple now."
Why don't I always wanted to build another robot for. I was always hoping in Ian's game that.
Why didn't you build 2?
Because I kept trying to like push Fabulo into dating other robots, but it didn't really work. He never got the hint.
It just made him sad.
You know, read him.
You spend the next few months having more adventures with Ellie, bringing Rachel along when it's appropriate, but more often than not, finding it's better to leave her at home. Ellie seems very happy. Rachel, meanwhile, seems content to stay home and mind your household, cheerfully doing the chores that need doing, wishing you bon voyage when you leave, and happy to see you return. Okay, what's the stats on this?
They
Stats.
can't be that
Humanity is up
good.
to 61.
Ellie is only at 70?
I know.
Ellie's been at 70. Ellie is higher than she has been the whole game, actually. Rachel is 54, also hasn't changed.
Oh.
Well, here, hold on. Let me do next and then show stats, because a lot of times it doesn't update until... Still the
Yeah,
same.
okay, whatever.
Still the same.
It's well into the evening, and Rachel is holding aside a curtain to look out the window at the bright lights of the city. You know what I've never done? Rachel says, stargazing. I've been out in the evening so little, and the few times I did go out, I didn't think to look up. She drops the curtain and looks back at you. Would you go with me to the park? It's technically closed after sundown, but online people say nobody checks.
Here, there you go.
Oh, go ahead. Okay, no, it occurs to you that Ellie might not be entirely comfortable with the way Rachel is looking at you right now. The adoration coming from someone who looks not only human, but beautiful. You can see how stargazing with Rachel might cause jealousy. It's Thursday, too, which is usually a night you and Ellie go out.
Dang it, Rachel, stop making everything so complicated. I'd like to leave my night open for other options.
How about... We have, suggest Ian go stargazing with Rachel instead.
Yeah, but he can't love, so...
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
just,
but you
just,
can really stargaze. Like, all of them at once.
we tried this option before. Like, we tried.
Or we can go with, but invite Ellie as well.
I feel like that's
That
just gonna
seems
make both
nice.
of them unhappy. I feel like that
It
makes.
does actually
I
seem
feel
like...
like it makes
yeah.
both of them third
That doesn't
wheels
seem
at
like
the
it-
same time.
I mean, the point is, like, I don't know, like,
Yeah, that's a good point.
Basically, I think the whole point of this chapter is loving robots sucks.
You should
Well, I
have.
guess if we had been more miserable with our romantic relationships, this wouldn't be a problem now, would it?
Yeah. I wonder if this chapter's like if you actually do just go full head over heels for your robot.
Maybe we should just fall
Definitely
in love
assures
with
me
the
that
robot.
the other
No, we have a concentration camp, wife. We cannot fall in love with the robot. It's not okay.
definitely assures me that the other paths are also very dramatic and difficult to maneuver. So,
Yeah, I agree with you on the second one. That's just gonna end badly for both, not better for both.
okay, go for third.
Just send Ian. Ian, you call the robot's room. Ian, I like this just being like a Scott Pilgrim, Michael Cera moment of it just like zooming in on him, like with the, you know, the scene with the little wheel where it's just like spinning around all the options in his head. And just like switches like, Ian! You call the robot's room. Ian peeks his panoptic head around the corner. Could you escort Rachel to the park? She wants to go stargazing.
Of course, dearest meatbag!
Rachel doesn't call us dearest meatbag.
Ian says, excited for the chance to prove himself.
But
Rachel looks back at you. You two should go. You say, I have plans with Ellie.
Declarations.
oh,
Hi, declarations.
hi. Rachel looks a bit deflated at that. Well, Ian.
Defeated.
Defeated. Oh.
You're a robot. It could be actually deflation.
Well, Ian excitedly takes her by the hand.
I personally like running an app for sharpening images while I'm looking at the night sky.
Ian is telling Rachel, who is looking over her shoulder at you.
There's not a lot of light, and you can see much more that way. May as well take advantage of the differences between us and humans, right?
Right.
Rachel says the two of them leave. What's chat? What is
Dearest
chat?
meatbag. Ricky says, no, Rachel is going to cut Ellie's hair in the night and will be banished and have to go on an adventure to find the blue fairy, which is a reference to something I don't know.
Pinocchio?
Rachel will love him in the platonic way. That's not happening.
Does not seem to be developing that way.
You go out that night with Ellie to a fancy restaurant. Specializes in a recreated meat from the DNA of extinct species.
Yay, lab meat!
Your Tyrannosaurus tastes
Hold on,
remarkably like chicken.
I want to tell this story. Is Avery
Okay.
still here?
No,
John's
we're
gone,
gone.
right? Okay, I don't know if I've mentioned this to Rachel yet. Okay, so I have a talking point that I bring up.
I've heard.
I told you?
Yeah, you can tell though, again,
Okay.
for the people in the
Just
chat.
for
It's
people in
very
chat. So I have this talking point that I bring up sometimes whenever we're just like, if I'm with a group and I need to say something, and it's kind of like this. It's a conversation starter combination psychological test, which is bringing up the point that sometime in the future we'll have lab meat that you can do that with. You can just take DNA from something and just grow yourself a hamburger patty, basically. So the question is, what thing would you like to eat a burger of first? And the most interesting answers are usually things like that. Like, you know, somebody brought up before, like, you could have a mammoth burger because we found mammoth DNA, so you could, theoretically grow yourself a mammoth burger. Or you could have, like, a giant panda burger or something, since, you know, those are super endangered, and also who would kill and eat a giant panda, because that's horrible. And the test is to see how long it takes somebody in your group to go to human. Because somebody will almost always eventually realize you can make a human burger. And so you can kind of use that to determine, you know, who to maybe keep an eye on in your group of friends.
Matt brings this up without the topic of lab meat.
She just goes, you know, I could really go for some human burger right
He's
now.
like, I wish I could eat it in an ethical way, because I'm curious.
So I proposed this to John and Jeffrey one day over lunch, the best time to bring up this question. And John, it takes John all of like 60 seconds to just blow past my most horrific expectations of what somebody could do with this question and just develop this biological terror of an idea where he proposes a restaurant in the future in which you and a friend will go into the restaurant, you will each supply a DNA sample to the waiter, and then you will be served burgers of each other. And now we don't let John cook us food anymore. So that is that story.
What if you're really mad at someone? Like, what if you like hated your baby?
Moving on.
And you like...
We're not... No, we've already had
It's
concentration
not getting
camps,
worse
we're
than
not-
John. Alright. Continuing that train of thought, your Tyrannosaurus tastes remarkably like chicken, but the Dodo terrine is quite good. Ellie sticks with a salad made from Pliocene greens and berries. The whole time you wonder whether any of it tastes like the genuine extinct animals. The idea that you can never possibly know unsettles you somehow.
That's the point from the original Jurassic Park book.
You need to consider whether to make any more of these robots, Ellie says. The companion robot seems fine with the arrangement, but I wonder if it's bad for us to have them. It doesn't feel right buying and selling people. It's like slavery.
Oh, you're right.
And so we have 3 different responses here. We have, you're right, nobody deserves to be bought and sold. Robots that look like humans were a mistake. I think we should just try to educate people to be nicer to the robots. Would you help me? Or maybe I should simply make it so the robots don't have feelings to hurt. Which is the opposite of what we're trying to do right now, sort of. We're trying to program our robots to feel pain. That is the goal!
No!
The first and third one are both defeating, so I guess the second one's...
I like the second one because I like trying to get Ellie in on it a little bit
Yeah, I
more
think that's
finally
good.
at the end of the game. Of course, Ellie says. That's a great idea. I'm pretty good about evangelizing things, and it would be something for us to work on together.
Oh,
You spend the rest of the evening with Ellie chatting about how such a campaign would work.
stats!
Yay.
Stats!
Stats. Uh-oh. Hold on. Stats first.
Oh, shoot!
Ellie has now gone up to 76%. Woo!
Well, that was a 6% increase.
Alright, but unfortunately, later that night, you get a call from the
Oh,
police.
shoot! Oh, no!
Whoa!
Whoa! Whoa!
What?
No!
Whoa! What is happening?
Too much what is our autonomy? Check that autonomy!
Hold on. I just the. Okay, it said. Nah. It says
It's
stable.
low! It's low!
I'm afraid you need to come down here to pick up your robots, the police officer says. They've killed someone.